Welcome back to Smile Jamaica. Well, for some children, experiencing the joy of being placed in the school of their choice will never be materialized, and a number of problems may occur within the child. Joining us this morning, co-partner and psychologist at Above or Beyond is Dr. Sandra Palmer. Welcome to Smile. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, yes. Good.
Okay. For all those children out there who are feeling the pain, I mean, I remember what happened in CXC. I got good CXC results, but to me, they just weren't good enough.
Yes.
So for all those children who have been placed in a school, but not the one of their choice, how do the parents communicate with them at this point?
It's so good that we're having this conversation because I did not pass my common entrance the first time.
Really?
No, I did not. And my message to the students who failed to get into the school of their choice is that you are not a failure. You are not a failure. The race is not for the swift. We are a Christian nation, and we tend to listen to what the Bible says sometimes, eh? Yes, and Ecclesiastes 9 verse 11 says the race is not for the swift. You know, children bloom at different stages. Right. And what I say to the parents is that we must be careful in the words that we use to the children. We cannot shame a child into better performance, and it's unkind, uncaring, and undignified to speak to the child in a particular way because you didn't get the results that
Neville has always maintained that GSAT, common entrance, all of that is child abuse. What do you say?
Yeah, sometimes when you hear what happens, he's correct, and we can't do that. You see, the tongue, there is life and death in the tongue, and the words that we use can cut like a sword, or they can support and uplift. And for children, the persons around them, the persons who they love, the persons who they look up to, teachers, caregivers, parents, friends, relatives, it's important in how they feel that those persons view them. And that will greatly impact their self-esteem. You know, so it's very important that we be careful in what we say.
Let me play devil's advocate.
Yes.
I want my son to go to St. George's College,
Yes.
and he never made it. And he wanted to go to St.
Yes.
George's College. What is wrong with me saying, Bridget, you never work hard enough,
Yes.
and if you did work like harder, you would have make it, and you need to smarten up. What is wrong with that?
That's a different twist on what was said earlier, because it's not putting down the child. So what do we do at this stage? Right? I'm not here celebrating failure. I want that to be clear. But what we want to do is to learn the lessons from it. And that's what I'm hearing you saying. So we can look back and assess what went wrong. Did you not work hard enough? Were you not properly prepared? What went wrong? And you fix that going forward. But I think the time should be spent looking in the windscreen of life and not the rearview mirror. Because there is so much that can be done going forward.
Right.
And that's what that did for me. Failing common entrance the first time was the greatest thing that happened to me. Because I don't think I would have been the success I am today if I had passed the first time.
Why though?
It gave me a resolve, Neville, that I never had.
You would never fail anything else.
I would never fail anything else. 2, I had to be the best, the brightest. I had to get the highest grade. For the entire 5 years at high school at Bishop Gibson High, I placed first or second in every form. I was the most competitive student you could find.
How stressful is the exam on students?
It is, and I think probably the parents are the ones who put the pressure because they behave as if they're the ones taking the exam. The pressure that they put the children under. I think some of the best schools that prepare children, it is just another exam. You come to school, the process is different, and they try to keep the parents out of it. I remember when my daughter was doing GSAT, we were not involved at all as parents. When I heard other parents think, oh, it was the end of the world, we were not involved.
So do you think the replacement that is coming up in 2019, the PEP, do you think that is going to be a better
I don't know
option?
enough about it to comment on it, but I do hope that it would address those issues.
I don't know why I'm playing this devil's advocate. But again, you want the best for your child.
Of course.
And wanting the best for your child would suggest you want your child to go to the school that you think is one of the best in the country. And you push for that.
Definitely.
But you're not suggesting that there's anything wrong with that.
No, I'm not saying anything is wrong with that, because we can always learn from what has happened, but you can't change what has happened. No sense beating up the child over it, never. My thing is that you can bloom wherever you are planted. I've seen the most beautiful flowers growing out of solid concrete in little cracks.
Yeah,
I've seen beautiful lilies in gutters, in mud. So where you are, that's not what it is.
It's how much
it's what's in you and what you want to accomplish.
And if you look at even some of the non-traditional schools, some brilliant kids have come out of them.
Have you seen, I mean, we don't celebrate it enough, but when I see, the flashes of brilliance all over the place, because we tend to speak in averages and silos, but we have students doing exceptionally well in schools that you would not consider, as you were saying, where you'd want your child to go. Centers of excellence in Manchester, and not the traditional schools that you would be thinking.
So the word is what? The word is what to the parents and to the child?
To the child, you are a masterpiece. Ephesians 2:10, you are custom designed, you're not mass produced, you're not ordinary. Your DNA is different from everybody, your fingerprint is different from anybody. That means you are special, and we all bloom and flourish at different stages.
So let's work on how to get you.
Yes, your life will be great. GSAT results will not determine your future.
And to the
That's
parents?
what I say. To the parents, be careful in what you say. Your words are powerful, powerful, powerful. Use your words to uplift, to support, to speak life to your child, and support them at this time. Hug them and let them know how special they are, but do not use undignified words, and do not speak to them in a negative way. That's not going to help.
Amen. Thanks a lot. And I'll say it again, as I said at the top. Students make schools.
Yes.
Students make schools. So wherever you go, you could turn that school into one of the greatest
Just
schools
bloom.
in life. Just bloom. I love that. Fantastic. Co-partner and psychologist at Above or Beyond, Dr. Sandra Palmer. Speaking about, I guess, recovering. GSAT.
Coming up on the other side of the break, it's our Smile Super Dad segment. We'll be right back.